Put the milk down now. Put it in you. What's wrong with you? Put the milk in you. Put the milk in you.
I don't know. Something tells me I feel like I deserve to be punished.
Hey guys, I'm Heather. Welcome to the Trouble with Shapes homage to Hot Ones. It's the show with hot questions and even hotter wings. So today we're joined with the Trouble with Shapes guys, and we're going to start off with John and Bob.
Hello.
Hi.
Hey guys.
Hey, Heather.
Thank you for having us.
Yeah.
How are you feeling about these wings?
Yeah, basically.
Mm-hmm. There's a smell and a fear.
Do you guys like spicy food?
Yeah.
I do like spicy.
Yeah. Yeah. I think it. You grabbed the flat. Oh.
Yeah, I got the flat.
We had a conversation beforehand. Well, that's just tasty. Man, this is easy.
Okay, so you guys have been creating comedy together for a decade, is that right? As Monfer?
Yeah, a little, yeah, that's about right.
Okay, so what inspired the name change and why Trouble with Shapes?
We were gonna come back as Montfrere after a long hiatus where we were all working on independent projects and everything, and then we did. We had a reunion show and in 2019, and then we had a Christmas show in December 2019. We're like, you know what? It'd be great. About every 3 months, let's just do. And then, that was in January of 2020, and something happened. I don't have to go into it. It's not a big deal. And so then after that, coming out of that, we're like, we're different now. We're different now.
It felt different.
It felt different. Oh yeah.
Okay.
And the name change had to do a lot with. I joined Monfrere a little late to the party, a couple years after they had formed, and in that time, they had 2 members that were replaced. Abe Schrader, who was later who left. Tom McCoy filled in that spot. And then after Tom left, I joined, and there were 6 of us: me, Bob, AJ Schrader, Al Schrader, John McIntosh, and Matt Shawns. They moved on to bigger and better things. They moved out of state. So
Some of us stayed.
but we,
Yeah.
so we decided that and Monfrere was one thing. It was this group of those 6 guys, and then with the 4 of us, and like the fact that we all collectively felt like our collective voice was changing, maybe it was time for a name change.
And so can you tell us a little bit about the origin of Trouble with Shapes?
Sure. There was a 48-hour film festival we did one year, and it involved a random cutaway shot for one joke that involved John McIntosh, the former member that John mentioned, going through a list of his skills in kindergarten, because he had never left kindergarten as an adult man. And he had all these accolades, but the one thing he had a problem with was shapes. And it's just cutaway shot, and he's just this, he's just this beautiful beast of a man, and he leapt in the air and threw this cardboard box into a basketball hoop, and it got stuck because squares don't go in circles.
Right.
And so, then we pocketed that deep in our subconsciouses. It came up every once in a while as just like another joke and things, and then we narrowed it down to that and one other name.
It's a nice homage to the previous teammates that you had.
For sure.
Okay.
For sure.
So our next one is Jalapeppa.
Okay. Cheers. Yeah, let's do this. Jalapeppa. Man, this is great so far.
I like that one a lot.
Real good.
Hey, so John, this is a question for you.
Okay. Good.
What drew you to performing comedy? Did John the kid aspire to stage, or did you discover that passion later in life?
Well, that's a great question. I was introduced to 2 monumental comedy shows in my childhood. One for my mom, one for my dad. I remember the first time my mom let me stay up late on a weekend, and I watched my first episode of Saturday Night Live with her, and just thought it was genius. I'd never seen anything like it. And my dad sat me down one weekend, and he showed me my first episode of Monty Python, and I was like, oh wow, okay, I get it now. Like, I understand how the world works. Like, everything's perfect. So I've been attracted to sketch comedy from a very early age. The performing thing, I did drama in high school.
Okay.
I liked it, but I didn't know how much I would love performing comedy until I started doing improv at the Idiot Box, and then that's how I met these guys and hooked up with them.
So what made you decide to sign up for that first improv class?
Because I thought they had a regular sketch comedy troupe at the time. I did a Google search. I did a Google search, sketch comedy Greensboro, and there was I don't know how short-lived it was, but there was a troupe based out of the Idiot Box called No Effin' Sketch. And so I was like, oh, great. So
This is that. Clearly, this is that.
Yeah, I found the Idiot Box website. I emailed the owner, Steve Lesser. He was like, well, we're not doing sketch, but we're getting ready to start an improv class. If you'd be interested in, learning more about that. And thank God I did.
Okay, there's a little kick. Yeah.
I like how I'm having. Oh, now I've just got a kick.
Oh, it's
Like
there.
how I'm
That's
having
early.
the reaction.
I'm gonna say that's early.
It sneaks up on you.
It does, yeah.
Mm-hmm. It's still tasty though. Oh, these wings are great. Thanks, Al.
Thanks, JJ. Okay, this question comes from Matt Schatz, former member of Montclair.
Aw.
Okay,
I know him.
so this is a real thinker.
Okay.
And so it's two people with experience in both mediums, sketch and improv.
Mm-hmm.
Do you think sketch comedy or improv has a bigger impact on you?
Ooh. Oh no.
I have my answer. And it's sketch, just based on the story I just told you.
Matt Schatz, you go to hell.
Improv was something I didn't know I was in love with until I started doing it.
Okay, so why did you know that you want to pursue sketch then?
Honestly, it was sitting with my parents individually, watching them laugh at what we were watching, and thinking, I want to do that. I want to get that reaction out of people. It's the first time it kind of clicked with me. I was like, I'll bet I can make people laugh. I want to do that.
Nice.
So did you maybe not have that idea of improv as like a concept before you?
Not really.
Okay.
Until I started, I guess maybe in high school, when I was learning about SNL and was like, oh, all these people came from an improv background, typically Second City. That's when it first got on my radar.
Cool.
Nice.
What about you?
I started doing improv in high school to impress girls.
Okay.
And anyone can tell you that's the wrong choice. But yeah, I did drama in high school and comedy I always loved. Kind of same thing, grew up on SNL and a lot of the classics. But never was giving it a thought until I started doing it. And then I did improv in college and really liked it. And then, I came here and joined the Idiot Box, and that's definitely changed my life. But sketch, yeah.
So, improv is what you're interested in first, but
Yes,
sketch is the love you
yeah.
found later.
Exactly.
Okay.
And the improv, the improv training is world class. I can't, I got to learn from some very, very, very experienced people, and it has given me the foundation of all the comedy that I do. So, got to give it props where it deserves. But sketch is my love affair for sure.
So number 4, we've got Los Calientes.
Oh gosh.
Barbacoa.
Oh, I don't like it in a different language. That's okay.
It's a good one.
Oh, I really like the flavor.
There's a sweetness to it.
Yeah, I really like the flavor.
That one's very good.
And then when it hits,
I know it's not about me, but 2 and 4 are my favorites so far.
what's about you? It can be about you.
All right. So speaking of improv,
Woo.
you two are known to communicate as friends in impromptu bits. So I'd like to know, when you're improvising socially, how do you know where to go next?
Oh, Heather, great question. You mean in a just any kind of social setting?
There's a lot of times where you two kind of go off in your own little bits, and no one else is really following where you're going. So I'd like
and
to
that's
know.
the thing.
You hear what
How
she
do you
said?
know
Where she's paying attention.
How do you
I'm
know
paying
where it
attention,
goes
but I don't
next?
understand.
That's the thing, is that I know where it goes next, which should be nowhere.
Correct.
But I never listen to that part of my
And we pushed past that.
Okay.
And we pushed past that. I think one of my favorite things that we came up with because of that was deconstructed Everybody Loves Raymond, which was maybe the stupidest thing we ever did, and we decided to do it live in front of an audience even.
Yeah.
That sounds
and we
great.
committed to it, and
We
did
did.
not go over. It didn't.
Oh.
No.
It didn't.
No, but it
I like the concept.
It's a very good concept.
Yeah.
You want to see a demonstration?
We do it
Because
right.
my lips hurt, so I want to distract it.
This is Everybody Loves Raymond deconstructed.
Yeah, here we go. Oh, Raymond. Oh, Raymond.
Oh,
Raymond.
my wife is shrill.
Raymond.
My brother's cold.
Raymond.
I work in a basement.
That's
it. That's deconstruct.
That feels very deconstructed.
Yeah, that's
that's
it.
definitely
Sports writer.
the
Oh.
foundation
Yeah.
of it. Yeah.
I'll
so
be right.
rich.
Be right.
They are very like whiny and Muppet like in their delivery.
Thanks.
That's my
Brad Garrett's a
interpretation.
very tall Muppet.
He is a very tall Muppet.
Okay, so number 5 we've got ginger goat.
I like ginger.
I like goats.
Oh. Well, oh no.
It has a very sinister smile.
Mm.
This goat. Okay.
Mm.
Thoughts on that one? Is it gingery to you? Starting to kick.
Well, that,
See, I'm not feeling that one strong.
um,
I like it, but
screw you then.
okay. That's fair.
No, but the flavor's really good.
Okay, so this is another Matt Shots question for Bob.
Oh, hey.
Okay, food and comedy, good or bad idea?
Food and comedy? Great
Food
idea.
and comedy.
Great idea.
Yeah.
I'm not sure exactly where that question came from, so do you have a specific example of food being a great idea in comedy?
Oh, yeah. Couple, actually. This. But then, one of my favorite things I've ever seen on stage was Aldon, one of our members, when we did our comic book show back when we were we were Montfrere.
About
The
to
name
get
is
real.
forbidden. The name is forbidden. We're starting to get the aura. You know the
Yeah.
aura when the aura starts? Yeah.
Yeah.
There's just a tunnel of hurt. We did a comic book show, and Aldon was the Hulk, and he did a Hulk cooking show, and ended up just destroying the stage with all of this food, and it was one of the funniest fucking things I've ever seen in my life. And then he just said Hulk make big mess as he was walking on the stage afterwards.
It's
Classic.
another Matt Shots question, but it's for John.
Oh, we're still
Oh,
on.
okay.
Cool.
Okay, so this is just one more question for number 5 to give you some more time to build. Okay, so John, which came first, the broken glass or the Michael McDonald impression?
The Michael McDonald impression came first. It was born. For context, I wrote a sketch where Michael McDonald joins 2 kids playing in a park, as if it were like a G.I. Joe PSA, and proceeds to warn the children not to eat broken glass.
Which is helpful.
Yeah, and then says you're welcome and leaves. So I worked at a bookstore, really hip indie bookstore in Greensboro, and always played a lot of music in there. And I discovered playing the Doobie Brothers one day, like I started singing along as Michael McDonald. And coworkers were like, that's really good. And I was like, okay. So that's where it came.
So Michael McDonald came before the broken
Yeah.
glass.
Came back while you were talking.
Oh,
It came
sorry.
back. It came back.
So how did we get from Michael McDonald impression to giving children advice as Michael McDonald?
Oh, like how the sketch was. Wow, It's one of the first sketches I ever wrote, like in any sort of professional setting. When I joined the troupe, they had asked me to make a packet, basically 10 sketches. It was the very last one. It was at the bottom of the pile, and I was like very dismissive of it because it was short, and I didn't realize that sketches could be like pretty short. So I was like, yeah, I got one more if you got from the video. And they're like, fine. We read it, and it was that thrill I had been chasing my entire life. These guys who I'd seen perform, that I respected, that had let me into the circle, were laughing really hard at this sketch as they read it, and I was like, holy shit.
Oh, this is the
Oh,
one
this
you
one,
were, you were
I
eyeing.
smelled this earlier.
Oh, it smells real good. Oh, yeah, cooked up nice.
There it is.
Did
Yeah.
it kick in?
Yeah, I'm eating these like an
I
idiot.
almost said
I'm
out
just-
loud, this is the spiciest one we've had yet.
Okay, so we've got a Matt White question.
Oh!
Okay. Let's get to it. What's a concept you find funny, but you can't figure out how to write it as a sketch?
Shit.
Great question, Matt.
Uh-huh. Good.
I went in for a second bite. I don't know why I did that.
Can you ask it again?
I'm gonna take a empty drink.
Yeah, then ask it again. Unless you remember it.
A concept. I feel like I have an answer to this question.
Bob doesn't even know the question marks.
The ideas that I have aren't appropriate,
Okay.
so that's why they're not sketches. Is because they're just wildly inappropriate.
Like, based on the times or
Based on the times, just based on like general social norms. Like, yeah, I have ideas that I think are funny, but are just wildly like not appropriate.
Well, it's nice of you
Very good of
to
you.
Yeah. Yeah, like
to
I'm well aware.
recognize that. Yeah. So the question,
Yep.
Bob,
Yep.
you have sweaty arms.
It's really everyone.
Well, okay, what's a concept you find funny but you can't figure out how to write as a sketch?
Right. Honestly, political humor. I like making fun of politics and political things, but I just can't weave it into like a good enough, mini story or whatever to like just end up, because I get too angry. I just get too angry in politics,
okay.
and so it ends up just coming off really aggressive.
Do you think it's gotten even more complicated over time?
A little bit.
Yeah.
Yeah, a little bit.
Yeah.
I'm gonna do the flat.
All right.
Gonna get a.
Oh, I could smell it as I was
Yep.
bringing it up.
Yeah, that's a nightmare.
Was that an immediate kick?
Yep.
Oh, that's right up front.
That is just straight up the face butt.
They
It's straight up the face butt.
Well, let's
one
get into
can't
it.
tell.
That is not. That's criminal. Sorry, I'm loud.
You were loud.
I feel like John's holding it together.
He is.
Yeah.
I'm putting on.
He's the
performance
strong
of
one.
life.
He's the strong one in all this.
Okay, you ready?
Sure.
All right, top comedies that people haven't seen but should.
Ooh, we can alternate.
Okay.
All right. You first.
Okay. Oh my God.
Oh, I got one.
Okay, go.
The show Patriot on Amazon.
Okay.
It's like if Quentin Tarantino wrote a James Bond movie, but then got Wes Anderson to direct it. It's bonkers.
Interesting. Okay.
Yeah, but it's really good.
I had an answer and then I left my body for a second.
Yeah, why?
I don't know.
Why did it leave your body? Because of this exorcism?
If you bring them up, people will be like, "Oh yeah, they're hilarious," but no one ever really talks about them. It's a Marx Brothers movie, Duck Soup. It's
Yeah.
probably their most famous movie. I just hysterical, start to finish.
Yeah.
They're geniuses.
You got another one on for us?
Friends. No.
Wow.
Nobody's seen that.
No.
Deep cut.
Yeah. I would say something like. So this is our number one. I'm sorry, but I'm delirious right
Go
now.
ahead.
So
Totally
The
fine.
Breakup, starring Jennifer Aniston and Vince Vaughn. Let me tell you why. It's not billed as a comedy, but it still is unintentionally very funny.
Like, painfully funny?
No. I mean, if you don't like watching people slowly break up, then
Then don't watch it.
no, don't watch it. The
I'm
bottoms up.
Oh, that was a big bite. That was a big bite.
You made a choice.
I did. I'm sticking with it.
That flavor is just. There's not flavor. It's just. It's not flavor. There's not flavor. There's not. It's just. That's just raw.
What's the
meat.
point of this?
Well, I don't know. That's not flavor. There's not flavor. There's no fucking flavor.
All right, so John,
That's
What?
not.
Sorry.
Why?
a few of your crowd favorites include sketches where we get to hear you sing, like Michael McDonald, which we were talking about earlier, and Kissed by a Rose. So how has your love for music informed your creativity as a sketch comedian?
Oh wow. A lot. A lot. I was into, super into music.
Great answer. A lot.
You think about it. I was super into music from a very early age. I was raised on a variety of music, but when I was younger, I would sing along to songs on the radio, and then I found out eventually that I could do sort of musical impressions. I could sing like the singers.
Yeah.
And honestly, as I started learning sketch, there are beats and sections to a song the same way there is in sketch, where you just have like the verse or your premise. You have the chorus, which is like the delivery, and then you have your punchlines in sketch, just your beats. But there's a lot of similar structure there, just like traditional sketching.
Yeah, you are impressive. You are very impressive.
I'm a mess.
Bob.
I'm a mess. It's okay. It's okay. You don't have to be nice.
I think John's taste buds might be dead.
I think something happened.
But are we ready to move on?
I'm gonna pour some more water.
We only
Since
got
I'm almost done.
2 left.
Will you hit me up with some more?
Yeah.
And can we get some more milk?
Now
Well, I
these
got
are
it.
bite sized, so I can just throw
Yeah.
the whole thing
Just
back.
throw it in.
You can.
All right, that's what I'm doing.
I'm not.
All right, here we go.
Yeah. Hi.
You did it, Bob.
I shouldn't have. Oh, I shouldn't have. Put the milk down now. Put it in you. What's wrong with you? Put the milk in you. Put the milk in you.
I don't know. Something tells me I feel like I deserve to be punished.
You deserve the milk. You deserve the milk is for all of us. God.
Okay.
All right, Bob.
Yep.
Is Shakespeare funny?
Oh no. You. No, you. No.
No, he's not.
He could have. He puts things into my shows. He's notorious for it. Anyway, yeah.
Shakespeare or AJ?
Ooh. Both. Are your cheeks on fire too? Are there like little fires on the mountainside?
I can't hear you right now.
Yeah.
John's out.
I am literally.
This is
miles
different. I've never experienced this with wings before. My cheek feels like it is exploding, like at the end of Ragnarok, like the movie and the apocalypse. All right, is Shakespeare funny? Yes, he is funny. He is funny, but contextually, there's a lot that has to go into it to understand why it's funny. I know that sounds really pretentious, but
Yeah.
come on.
At least you recognize
Yeah, you can write that down on your pretentious list.
I will.
But it's also true. Like, you know, picking up anything that claims it is a genre of something, especially in theater or early film, early TV, whatever, has to be taken. Especially comedy has to be taken into account with the context of the time,
Okay.
the history, the pop culture of the time, all of it. So much of comedy is based on references, right? Referring to things in real life, whether they're actual physical, tangible things or concepts, and then exploiting them in a funny way.
So you must have to transplant yourself to that time to understand the humor.
Correct. Correct. How are you not dying?
Because I stopped at number 5.
You know about this?
Yes.
I stopped.
Were you watching? I'm sorry. You're dead to me.
I
but go on.
tested 6 through 9 and determined that I could not be a good interviewer to you if I did what you're doing to yourself.
Suck it, Neil. Yeah.
And last stab.
Let's do
Are
it.
we ready to do this?
We gotta add
Gotta
one.
do the Sean Evans shake.
Yeah, I gotta do the shake.
Stop burping.
It's painful.
It's not coming out. It's solid. It's solid. It's not gonna come out. Why is it solid?
Oh, there you go. There you go.
Yeah.
There you
Is
go.
that good?
Yeah, yeah. Last one.
Bow down the hatch. Cheers.
Cheers
to
to
your
it.
health. To your. Do it like a duck. Just do it like a duck. Slide it down. Don't you touch my lips. I'm gonna make you do it. I'm gonna make you do it.
I know it's coming. I'm just waiting for it.
Yeah, get ahead of it.
Like,
What's wrong with you?
I don't know. Like, there's this weird fascination with the sensation to me. Like,
That's great. That's
You're
great.
a masochist.
apparently, like you've unlocked something deep within me. I didn't know.
That one tastes like metal, or I can only taste metal now. I just
That's
wanted
probably
to,
not a good sign.
There is a metallic taste to it. Yeah.
All right.
like it was forged in a warehouse.
Last challenge.
Mm-hmm. Oh!
Challenge.
A challenge.
Jesus.
All right.
Holy shit. That's absurd.
Okay. I'm gonna give you the title of the children's book,
Mhm.
and Statham, you're
Uh-huh.
gonna give us a new title.
Oh.
Michael McDonald, you're gonna tell us the lesson of Statham's new book.
Oh wow.
Okay.
Oh wow.
Great.
That's amazing.
Great last stab question, Heather. Now.
All right. Number 1,
You've redeemed.
Oh god.
the Giving Tree.
The giving Decepticon. Tell us the lesson, Michael. Don't take gifts from robots. Yeah.
Where the sidewalk ends.
Where the sidewalk keeps going into a parallel dimension.
Hang on.
That's a nightmare.
Oh no. Oh
Not
no.
okay. It's so bad.
Hang on. Oh. It made me have to like want to sneeze. It went away. I could tell that was gonna be the most painful thing I've ever done. where the sidewalk keeps going, the moral of that story is
Parallel dimension.
Multiverse theory is real.
nice, nice, very nice, very nice.
All right, number 3.
Yeah.
The Lorax.
The Snorlax, don't wake him up. It's a Pokemon reference.
Oh,
Gotta catch 'em all.
oh, that's real.
I was
That's
supposed to do 3, but I want to do one more. Can you do
Okay,
one more?
Yeah,
Yeah,
girl. Let's do it. Let's keep this.
Okay. If you give a mouse a cookie.
If you give a mouse a cookie, he'll give you typhoid fever. A Victorian tale.
Don't accept bread from that place.
Oh,
All right, awesome. Thank you for the
thank
lesson.
you.
And
Thank
the
you.
new show
Thank
and
you.
book.
Heather, thank you.
Okay, before you go,
Yeah.
we're gonna roll out the red carpet, and I guess this is the camera. So tell us what you got going on.
Oh.
You wanna, yeah.
Trouble with Shapes has a live show at the Idiot Box in Greensboro, North Carolina, July 17th. I don't know what time it is.
Huh?
But you can look it up on social media.
it's
7:30.
on- It's on.
7:30.
It's on all of these here.
Yeah. 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 Let's do it.
Let's go
We're
to
gonna
that.
do a
I'm
live
gonna
show.
go. I'll be there.
I'll be there. I will have probably just recovered from this.
This was an experience.
I'm crying from my head.